Hi, hard droppers. Welcome to the Tetris Tournament Online 3, the losers bracket round 2 between Ajanba and kennyboy2. Uh, the match is going to start right now. Ajanba is an up-and-coming Japanese player. He specializes in perfect clears and massive amounts of APM. He's not a new player, but he's new in the competitive scene, as in he got really good in the past year. He logged about 30,000 games in the last year alone, and his skills have shown that actually. Kenny Boy's been a hard drop mainstay. He got third in the Tetris Tournament Online 1 and fifth/sixth in the Tetris Tournament Online 2. He's mainly known as an offensive player who specializes in 7-2 stacking, and he integrates combos really well into his attack, especially the 4 wide. So this should be an interesting match since both players are very offensive players. Do you
Yeah,
have
we're uh,
anything to add?
we're looking at Ajanba just spiking out Kenny Boy right now. I would say that generally Kenny Boy has a very solid defense. He usually looks at his opponent's screen from what I've seen. Like right now, we're seeing him time his Tetrises to block Ajanba, but that just was not enough in the first match. Just look at that APM difference. In just 1 minute, Ajanba sent 82 lines and Kenny Boy only sent 20.
Yeah, it just shows you who was instigating the attacks. Clearly, Ajamba was the aggressor, and Kenny Boy was trying to defend for most of the match.
So we're starting the second match. It looked like the first match, Ajanba had a bit of a miss drop, and he just ended up stacking out of that. And that time too, that was interesting. He ended up stacking a T-spin double setup on top of his perfect clear setup, which he didn't end up using. Kenny Boy going for the 4 wide, and we should start seeing some garbage from that right about now. Yeah, it pushed Ajanba to the top.
I actually can't believe that 4 wide didn't kill him. He stacked it up pretty high, like it was like heights 15 or 16. But Ajamba's APM is just really good, and he's really good at blocking garbage because he can create so many T-spins and Tetrises. I'm actually not sure if Ajamba's T-spin in the beginning was the result of a misdrop or not. I've actually seen him do that setup quite a few times after aborting a perfect clear because he didn't have the right pieces. And it seems like Ajamba isn't going at his normal speed. Usually he goes a little bit faster. But now, because he's going a little bit slower, he can control his misdrops better, I guess.
Well, it is about 9 o'clock in the morning in Japan, so he should be waking up. Uh, yeah, he usually is really consistent with his perfect clears, but that's the thing about a perfect clear. It's either hit or miss. You either send 10 lines or maybe one or two from a double.
Wow, that
And it
perfect
looks
clear
like
just killed him.
yeah, sent it right to the top.
It's because he made a J misdrop that covered a hole, and that was quite problematic. Because if you get like a perfect clear, you're already near the top, and then if you misdrop, then your opponent has an extra opportunity to spike you out. And Ajamba takes a quick 3-0 lead in the match. Seems like he's going for the perfect clear opening every game. I wonder why he soft dropped his eyepiece.
Hmm. He probably wanted Kenny to think that he was going for the perfect clear. Ajanba likes to do all of those mid-game bluffs like that to throw his opponent off in case Kenny was watching him. Uh, because when you don't have your perfect clear, if you're not going to be sending your 10 lines, then you're going to be sending just about none. And it's really to your advantage to delay it if your opponent is also going to delay it, because that buys you more time to think about your next pieces, which are crucial.
Oh wow, Ajamba had a really nasty misdrop there. It seems like he fixed it, but Kenny Boy took advantage of it. Oh wow, he actually managed to get out of this. Oh wow, that was a really nice
We
spike
saw,
by Kenny Boy.
yeah, we saw Ajanba speed way up when he got near the top of the screen, but Kenny Boy definitely took that match. Ajanba is really interesting with the way that he uses tricks like that in the game. Like Microblitz talked about a bit of it where sometimes he would like misdrop on purpose to throw his opponent off. And we just saw that thing right there with the perfect clear. I wonder if that's going to affect Kenny much because Kenny is an avid screen watcher.
I actually did talk to Kenny, and he said he doesn't really watch his opponent's screens that much.
Really?
Yeah. He says he needs to focus on his own attack more, so he doesn't have time to watch. Wow, that was a really large spike from Kenny Boy center four wide, but Ajamba got really lucky garbage, and he was able to cancel pretty much all of it out.
Well, if Ajanba realizes that Kenny Boy is not a screen watcher, then he needs to figure it out before he tries any more tricks like that. Instead, we might just see him really ramping up his APM since he doesn't need to worry about fooling his opponent.
Even though
Right
Kenny
there.
Boy says he doesn't screen watch, he does pay attention to the red bar, and he times his attacks based on that. So he still does time his attacks very well. It's just that he doesn't look at his opponent's situation as often as some other players do. I'm actually kind of surprised because some other top North American players don't screen watch avidly. Like Johnny, he said that he didn't really screen watch either.
Yeah, that surprised me. So Ajanba is really taking an early game lead right now. Well, let's see if he continues to do perfect clear setups.
He's
That's
doing a center four wide. Oh, he misdropped though.
Is he?
Yeah, he does a 2 mod 4 center 4 wide. It's actually kind of interesting because most players do a 3 mod 4 because that gives you more options when you're clearing lines. Seems like Ajamba managed to get out of his nasty situation. He really created a mess on his side of the screen, and now he chained it into a pretty big spike. I think Kenny Boy will be able to get out of it if he has an eyepiece though, which unfortunately he does not.
In the prediction thread, there was a bit of confusion, and they predicted that Kenny Boy would be playing Whip Emeralds for this match, but those who did predict the match for Ajanba and Kenny Boy, there was not much controversy in the fact that Ajanba would be ended up taking this match.
Yeah, after people saw Ajamba's performance against Hahaha, I don't think they really doubted that he was a legit player, that he would be a contender in this tournament.
That was just a real landmark match for Ajanba. I don't think many of us really saw that coming, but it was just an amazing performance.
I actually watched Ajamba a bit before the tournament, and I actually knew that he was very good because I saw him defeat Subversive 11-4, and that was just really stunning. And Ajamba
even
with his 6-1 lead. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, his match with Sir Jeeves earlier in the losers bracket, right after his loss to Hahaha, that was also really impressive. He just really breaks into victories right here.
His T-spin vision is also like really unique and stuff. He sees a lot of T-spins that most players aren't able to see. He's very good at platforming.
Such high speeds.
Yeah.
He's just really he does that all at really high speeds too. Now, what were you saying about the platforming?
Oh, I was gonna say he was a really good platformer, and he does Kaidens very well too. I think Kenny Boy, for sure he didn't have any warm-ups prior to the match, so that might be one of the reasons for his poor performance right now. And also he's been out of practice for the past few weeks because school's been busy with midterms. But hopefully
That's
he
what's
can
happening
get
to
his game.
a lot of the older North American players. We're all going away to college,
Yeah.
getting busy.
Most of them are actually, I think, all the best North American players are in college or graduate school or have jobs. So it's practice time is really being like cut down. He misdrops up there. Kenny Boy's able to capitalize and take this match, giving him his second win, I believe.
Yeah, I think that makes it 2-7 or 8.
2-7, yes.
All right, let's see if we get a little bit of a comeback here from Kenny Boy.
I think that if he limits his misdrops, he has a chance of making some sort of comeback. So far, his misdrops have been costing him games. Like right here, it's going to cost him some time to get out of that. And ajanba's just going to... Oh, he actually managed to get to his clean garbage hole. If you notice, Kenny Boy hesitated a bit. I'm pretty sure he actually did look at ajanba's screen in that situation to decide if he wanted to send the Tetris or not. And when he saw that it was safe to send it, he just decided to do so.
ajanba is just pushing Kenny Boy to the top of the screen. Let's hope that he gets an eye block really soon. Nope, he didn't have his T-piece, he didn't have his eye, so he had to mess around a little bit, which messed up his back-to-back, but he did get out of that tight situation.
Oh, ajanba with a nasty misdrop, but he managed to fix it with a combo into a T-spin mini. That's just so impressive. I thought he was going to lose just then because he created a pretty big hole and then he made another misdrop to follow it up. And now
There's just a lot
ajanba's
of
in a
surprises
very
from these
safe
top tier
position.
players.
Yeah. It seems like ajanba's ready to start setting up for spikes again now that he has like no garbage on his side of the screen. And Kenny Boy's also at the bottom of his matrix. I feel like Kenny Boy might be a little bit more warmed up now. He's doing a lot better in the mid game, and he's managing to get through ajanba's opening, which is really tough to deal with because he can really send so many lines in the opening, especially if you decide to use his perfect clear lines against him. He'll just bounce them right back to you.
Definitely. We're seeing ajanba he looks very comfortable playing aggressively right now. You saw at the bottom of the field, he had 3 columns on the right-hand side that were open, and he ended up using that to set up a T-spin double. I mean, a super T-spin double, which is actually pretty common. We're just seeing a huge APM difference between these players right now.
Yeah, he sent 146 in 111 seconds. That's just really impressive.
None of these games have actually gone to hurry up garbage yet, although that game it came just 10 seconds short of it. Looks like he's going for the double perfect clear.
Yep, and
he
I
makes
think
it.
he got it, but Kenny Boy's going to be able to get out of it because he just got access to his clean garbage. And ajanba doesn't really... Oh, wow, how did he die just then?
A huge spike right there. I was going to say that the double perfect clear is never as reliable as a single perfect clear because it always takes you a little more to set up, and that gives your opponent some time to block the second perfect clear. But if you're not expecting either perfect clear, it can just be deadly because that means 20 lines right there on your screen. It'll kill you if you have anything.
Yeah, but I feel like ajanba looked at Kenny Boy's side and he noticed that Kenny Boy had misdrop, so he knew that it was safe to go ahead with a double perfect clear. And since he's so good at receiving the perfect clear garbage because he's played with his perfect clear so much, I don't think that was a problem for him either. Now it seems like well, he created quite a mess on his side of the screen just then, but he fixed it rather easily with some nifty all spins.
Kenny does look more comfortable now. He's playing very neatly and near the bottom of the field, which is a good position for him to be because he's very comfortable with T-spins. And ajanba is just further down now. Look at him. He's
going
setting up
for the double
back-to-back.
T-spin triple. Wow, I've never seen...
Who does that?
The thing about that setup
play,
is it's
so
just
risky.
so... Yeah, it's really risky because it gives so much clean garbage, and usually your opponent's going to see that you're setting that up, and then they're going to be ready to block enough of it so that they don't die from it.
We saw that in ajanba's match against... Look right there. He's going for the DT cannon.
Yeah, and there's a T-spin double at the end of it. He's just trying to send as many lines as possible. Oh, he's going for the super T-spin double, but he misdropped. Oh wow, he got out of that. Oh my gosh, what is going on? This is ridiculous. He's like creating such big messes on his side of the screen, but he's getting out of them. Like just then he created a hole again. Oh, he used his eyepiece. Oh wow, yeah, that eventually cost him. He was playing very dangerously throughout the whole match.
Yeah, I would actually venture to say that he's not even taking it seriously right now, even as impressive as those setups are,
Yeah,
because
I
Ajamba
don't
did
really think
try
he's
that.
trying very hard right now because he has a pretty big lead, so I think he's pretty confident that he's gonna win the match anyways. And like most of those setups happened when he was at the top of his screen. Ooh.
Yeah, that's just not something you'd normally do.
Oh, Kenny Boy
Kenny
went
Boy
through with
gave
his
him,
combo.
yeah, good spike there from the four wide.
Four wides always have good spikes though if you finish them. They're just, especially the beginning, it sends so much messy garbage. It's almost unfair.
I wonder why Kenny Boy is going for the center four wide sometimes and the side four wide other times.
I think a lot of times he does the side four wide mid game because he sees that it's mathematically possible to do when there's three blocks in his four columns on one either side. Uh, because you have to have those three blocks or else it's going to be hard to do your four wide. And once he sees that, and if he sees that his opponent's not in the best situation, he's going to go ahead and do the four wide because if he goes through with it, he probably will win the match. Jamba's awfully close to the top of his matrix, but he gets down pretty easily.
That was amazing. We just saw Ajanba speed way up when he got up there. And look at him going for the DT cannon again. That one looked more safe.
Even though it looked more safe, I don't think it. Well, I mean, in this case, it might have been what triggers this win if he does win. But if Kenny Boy can get to his eyepiece, then he can get out of this situation.
He just went for the T-spin triple again. I think that this is the first time that we're seeing so many T-spin triples out of a top tier player in the TTO3.
Well, even though he's pulling these setups out against Kenny Boy, like when he was playing ha ha ha, I'd say he was playing pretty safe, even though he was misdropping so much. He
Yeah, I would agree.
overall, yeah,
He's not taking it so seriously right now.
I noticed that in his match with Sir Javis too. He pulled out the double T-spin triple setup, and he also did the King Crimson. And I mean,
Yeah,
honestly, the King Crimson is not something you do in competitive play. Looks like Ajamba's going for the four wide. He cut it short though. Uh,
it looks like he would have a nice uh, four wide mod 2 right there, which he did not get because he's just busy cleaning this up at the top of the screen. But look
wow,
at that,
he
able to
got out.
down stack out of it. Just great timing on his part.
You know, Ajamba actually does use mod 4 for his four wides. If you notice when he stacks up, that's what he does. And so I guess he wasn't really phased by that. Usually a lot of players, if they see that it's going to be a 2 mod 4, they might just abort the 4 wide because if you can't create a large enough combo, your opponent can just spike you out.
Yeah, it's. I think another player, it may have been HR Larry, said that the key to making a successful four wide, whether you're doing it with 2 mod 4, 3 mod 4, whatever it is, the key is to have three blocks at the very top of your stack that you're comboing from, and then to work based on that, and it'll usually be pretty reliable.
Yeah, that's a good point. Even if you don't have 3 mod 4, you can put like a J or L piece upside down, or a T piece for that matter, and that'll create your 3 mod 4. But if you stack or if you combo down incorrectly, you might break that, and that might break your combo. It
We're
seems
seeing
like
Dunbar go back to his very serious play again with 50 to 18 line sent.
yeah, it seems like he's just his APM is too much for Kenny Boy to deal with, and this match is becoming quite one-sided because of that.
Ajanba going for the perfect clear again. He just really likes that perfect clear. It looks like Kenny Boy. Yeah, Kenny Boy is still going for the center forward.
I
Let's
don't
see if he
know
makes.
if. Oh wow, he actually stacked pretty high, but he created a hole in his stack. But he does have pretty. Oh wow, a Jamba going for the center 4 wide too. I can't believe he had time to stack that because he did a lot of T-spin doubles in the beginning, and he decides he
It
wants.
doesn't look like it was as successful of a center forward, but he was able to block whatever Kenny Boy sent.
Yeah, a Jamba's speed was just crazy there. He set up for a T-spin double and a Tetris, and then he followed it up by stacking up a full center 4 wide all the way up to the top.
That's just very impressive.
You can tell that when he's in dangerous situations, he actually shows his real speed off, versus in some other situations, he doesn't go as fast as he could. And Kenny Boy does take this match as Ajamba hesitates with that O piece, and since an O piece rarely is able to clear lines, if your opponent's sending you lines and you have the O piece at the top, you pretty much lose unless you can, unless your holded piece can clear some lines for you.
Yeah, or unless you're in the middle of a forward. Yeah, one more perfect clear from Ajanba and Kenny Boy going for the 7-2 stack again. He got some lucky garbage, so it looks like he's going to be able to spike Ajanba a bit. And he's timing this well. Ajanba is able to downstack very quickly there. And
I,
it looks like this is going to be another back and forth match.
I feel like the garbage that Kenny Boy sends is too clean for Ajamba, and Ajamba really likes that because he just really loves sending a lot of lines back and forth. That's pretty much his style of play. So if you're not mixing it up with messy garbage, then you're pretty much letting him do what he wants to do the most. And if you saw there, Ajamba almost got topped out, but he did have pieces in hold to cancel Kenny Boy's incoming attack. And now Kenny
He
Boy's
looked
in
like
a really bad position.
he looked like he was setting up for a T-spin triple, but he had to tear it down, and that was what almost killed him. Now he just came back for a huge victory with an air T-spin double over his Tetris column, and that just created a big spike. The score is now 13-4, Ajanba's favor.
I was actually playing a Jamba right before this match, and he was just trolling me really hard. He was pausing for me and everything. So I do know that a Jamba doesn't try a lot of the time. Oh, he's going for the 4 wide here. Oh wow, he misdropped
Oh
too.
no, I don't think he's
Wow,
no.
he almost got out of that though. I
Yeah,
don't
he tried
understand
the
why he
same thing
went
as
for the 4 wide though, because if he didn't have the right piece to start comboing down immediately when Kenny Boy sent the spike, then he would be in trouble like he was just then. He could have just continued his back-to-backs, and he might have won that match anyways because Kenny Boy was at the top. And stacking for that 4 wide gave Kenny Boy time to down stack. But I mean,
he
as
just
I
needs
was
to
saying,
take these.
he might
Yeah,
not
just
have
needs to
been.
take these matches seriously.
Yeah,
He's only one match away from game points.
yeah. I feel like at this point he doesn't have very much incentive to try his best.
More clean garbage that Kenny Boy gave to Ajanba. Ajanba is just eating it all up.
Oh
Just
wow,
being,
that
oh,
misdrop. See, if he didn't make that misdrop, that would have sent a pretty big spike over. Oh wow, Ajamba is still able to get out of that and send a pretty big spike over to Kenny Boy anyways. Oh, Ajamba
Kenny
knows
Boy
how to
has
do,
to abort the
yeah,
T-spin triple.
he knows how to do the Neo T-spin doubles, the polymers. I didn't know that Japanese players used it too, but that was actually a pretty good use of it. He only had to place one piece down to set it up. In a lot of cases, some players set it up, but then they mess up their stacks. So in the end, it's not really worth it because you're only sending 4 or 5 lines of clean garbage to your opponent. But in that case, Kenny Boy was about to top out, and he really didn't have to do much to set it up. So that was really advantageous to him. And it looks like Kenny Boy. Wow, how did that happen?
Big spike. This is game point. Oh
Yes.
no, the match is over now. The ending score was 15-2.
15 to 5.
Sorry, 15-4. Yeah, for ajanba.
5. Yeah.
Yep, good games.
Great games, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this match. Ajamba will move on